Hello, it's March 12th. Here we are again, the Expired Security Show, a Thursday. So we're going to start with the news of the day. So this week we have a couple of different pieces of news. We have the second Tuesday of the week. So we have the Patch Tuesday that happened this week. But something more important happened, and that is Google's Zero Day research group was able to find a unique method of hacking a computer. So what happens is, I mean, everybody's familiar with DRAM, right? And this is specifically the laptop DRAM because they're smaller than the desktop DRAM. So anyway, they were able to hit adjacent memory areas and hammer the memory rows on both sides of the position in memory they targeted, doubling the opportunities for electromagnetic charge to leak from one memory row to the next. And because of the way the DRAM was designed, they were able to actually affect that memory. And in some DRAM, they were able to exploit that and do something that would cause an escalation of privilege hack. So whenever before, everyone thought, hey, the computer does a certain thing, it has a 0 in this piece of RAM. I don't want it to change to a 1. Those kinds of things. So, but there, if the 0 does, if that particular byte changes to a 1, or the bit rather, because a bit is a 0 and 1, a byte is 8 bits. So if you've got one bit changing without you actually wanting it to change, so the hacker wants it to change, not you, that's a serious security flaw. And they were able to do it by hammering the adjacent nearby memories areas. So that's why it's called Rowhammer. Google's real advancement is in how they use that technique to break into protected portions of a computer's memory. In one attack, for instance, they were right that they were able to gain full administrator control of a Linux operating system. That exploit worked by flipping bits in a so-called page table. Well, this is a very serious, very, very serious attack. And realistically, you can't patch it. If you've got a computer with this flaw in it, you won't be able to patch it. The only thing you can do is try to keep the hacker off your machine as best as possible. But if they're on your machine, they can download this, attack code or whatever. That's it. They've got your machine now. They've got administrator access. So that is the news of the day today. So because of that, I want to institute a specific song that will become apparent to why I wrote what I wrote. Going to the tip of the day now. I don't know if you're AC/DC fans. I certainly am. So. Thunderstruck. So, my tip of the day is I want to go off of that little song and say it's not Thunderstruck, but we're Cyberstruck now. We've been having multiple problems the last year and a half, and we didn't even think we did. So we had the Target, we had the Home Depot problem, we had Sony, all these cyber attacks, but yet they're not being affected. The companies are not being affected. So it's inconveniencing people. They may not be able to use their computers for a while as far as Sony goes. A lot of people had to change their credit cards as far as Target and Home Depot goes. But that's it. You change your credit card and business goes on. Who actually was affected by the Home Depot attack? Not Home Depot. They had less than 1% of their sales was due as an expense because of the problem. Home Depot and Target the same, and all these other retailers that got attacked. Not a big deal. So what's going on here? Well, the system is rigged against the consumer. PCI compliance means you're compliant even though you got attacked. So instead of being secure, they were PCI compliant. So that way they won't get sued. It's all about the lawsuits. So yes, even I'm helping companies become PCI compliant, which means that they will not be sued, even though, God forbid, something happens. So what we need to do is we need to become more secure. Otherwise, we're going to be cyberstruck. And this is a consistent issue. This is why Google is attacking these methods, using these methods to attack all kinds of different out-of-the-box thinking. Who would have thought? Let's attack memory, and let's attack the one piece of the RAM on one side, so then we can affect the other piece of RAM. We can go from one to the other, and we can affect the RAM because of various reasons. It's the way it was designed. Maybe not this one. Maybe not this one, but maybe it's this one. The ones that are closer together. I'm not up to speed with the exact hack, but this one, for example, has chips on both sides. So maybe if you attack one side, you can hammer the one side. You will affect the other one. That's the whole thing. So that's why some RAM is being affected, but some are not. I think this, though, goes more to our problem of not being secure enough. We are not focusing on security. We're going to continue to get these cyberstruck moments. Not thunderstruck, but cyberstruck. That's what I got out of all this. So the other thing that I wanted to say is that researchers and NSA work on the possible potential hacks. They spend a lot of time trying to figure out whether they can do a hack, and then they make the exploit. Well, once the exploit is done and is successful, everyone in the world knows about it. Well, now the criminals know that it can be done. Now they spend a little bit of time to attack and create exploits so they can make money on it. So the timing goes from one to the other. It's very quick. And then there's the script kiddies, who are the people that don't really know that much about computers, but they just do a few things that they find on the internet. And they attack people who don't really mess with their computers. They don't know how, they don't know what they're doing, or they just don't want to pay attention to security. It's not that important. Target has got hacked, but they're still in business. What's the difference? So you will get attacked. If you have that attitude, you will get attacked by the script kiddies, which is basically, the 14-year-old and the lowest common denominator criminals. It's one thing to get attacked by China and their top espionage people, which I'm sure they can get into your machines. It's another thing if a script kiddie can attack you. So you need to have a high-end security development in your company, in your home. Do the best you can. Create a layered defense. We can help you with this. Otherwise, we're going to be cyberstruck. So let's listen to a little bit more, and then thank you very much. We'll see you guys next week. Don't be cyberstruck. See you next week. Thank you.